Okay, welcome back to the Red Dice Diaries, and me and Hannah are currently on our way to a local gaming event, Beer and Pretzels, run by Phil and Sal of the local gaming shop Spirit Games. It's run every year on the town hall, and we're going to have a little wander along there now and see what's going on once I've worked out how to get out of this car park. Now we'll pick up the video again later when we get there. Yeah, can we have 2 Cokes, please?
Half full pint.
It's Beer and Pretzels.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Hello, Red Dice Diaries.
Hello, Red Dice Diaries.
Good day, Red Dice Diaries. Okay, this is the game of Librium. But at the moment we've got 4 models here. I'll explain how each one of them works. The cheapest one we've got at the moment, or the smallest shall I say, is this one here. This is the party version, okay? This comes in a handy little pack, like so. You get 20 cards with this. And it's basically, I'll take them all off. We end up with a mag mount that goes straight onto a bottle. Okay, and this can be made to be fixed or turned. Okay, if you keep it turning, that makes it harder. Great for getting some free beers at night when you want to play your mates. Okay, and the cards are just added like so. That's it. Whoever knocks them down maybe has to buy the next round. I'm very good at this, by the way, and I get drunk very often. Well, that was a bit sneaky. I just put one of the other cards in there with no holes in it. Okay. So that's the basis on that. The actual fulcrum card can be tilted as well, so to make it even harder, it'll throw the cards off as the cards are added onto it. Next up, we have a tin of Librium. Okay. It's in a pull ring. You pull it off, get the cards out. That becomes your base now, like this one. And it works in exactly the same way as this. You add the cards on. Whoever knocks them off has lost the game.
So that's like a sort of all-in-one version. You get everything you need within the can.
Everything you need within it. Yeah.
Great stuff.
20 cards with that as well. And next up we've got what we call the family game. This is the Light Plus game. This comes with a tripod with 30 cards with this, so you can actually get some really long structures because it's more stable.
I see, yeah.
So if we add cards in like this, we can really get long fingers coming off it and just get a lot more of a structure going on. Or not.
Yeah.
That's another point I've won. So the next game, this is the granddaddy of the lot. This is the Pro 2. This is the one that we use in pubs and clubs, hotels, that type of place. And we have inter-pub competitions with it. Okay.
Oh, excellent.
This one, as you can see, played in exactly the same way, but this time we're actually on swinging fulcrum arm. And this is allowed to be turned as well. It also comes with a spring, so it can be made to go up and down as well.
Excellent.
The fixing is for any table or chair, and if you use this particular fixing, you can actually move it into the centre of the table to make it easier to play.
Great stuff. And how much does the game retail for at the moment?
Okay, this one is £25 at the show. It's normally £30.
Okay.
The party version, the game at the show, is £13, normally £15.
Okay.
The tripod version, the Light Plus, this is £18 today, normally $19.95.
Okay.
And then the tin of Librium is £15 today, normally £17 or $16.95.
That's brilliant. Looks like a very interesting game. Thank you very much. That's great. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us about it.
No worries. Thank you.
Tell us about your game.
It's called Frankenstein's Bodies. It's on Kickstarter right now. Working well. It's a game where you play surgeons who are trying their best to create the finest body parts they can to impress Frankenstein. It's hand management, it's set collecting, and screw your buddies over, basically. Cool. Mean, evil, and fun. Wicked.
Oh, Phil, say hello to the internet.
Hello to the internet. Hey. Do you have any?
That's Phil, the man who is responsible for organising all these shenanigans and runs the local gaming store Spirit Games.
I'm Zubair, this is Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And we're with these two fine gentlemen to explain their new game, which I gather from the box over there is called Age of Soccer.
That's right. So it's a new game just came out, UK-based board game, so designed and figured out in the UK as well. It is a game plays 3 to 6 players, ages 8 plus, and usually takes about 30 to 45 minutes. The more players you play, it takes slightly longer, so we can get up to about an hour, hour and a half, depending on how the game plays. It's a sort of card and hand management game.
Okay.
There are 2 different types of card in the game. You have your player cards, which wonderfully illustrated, and they allow you to boost your team, and it allows you to boost your team's attack and defense. You then have action cards, which you have in your hand. Again, lovely illustrations in it, and these allow you to attack other players in order to try and win victory points off them. The game ends when someone has won a victory point off every other team, and there's usually sort of swings and roundabouts, and there are cards, for example, where you can interfere with other people's games, you can steal cards off them, you can injure their players. Although it's, in the title Age of Soccer, you don't have to know a single rule about football to play it. In fact, a lot of people we've had today playing the game who've actually won hate football, don't enjoy watching it at all, yet have a really good time with the game. It's not a complex game, it's not one of these sort of really heavy Euro style games. It's a lighter strategy, and certainly families have found it really useful to sort of play together, and even young kids get have a really good time with it. So hopefully we'll play the game with yourselves, and I guess if you're looking for players,
We'll give it a go.
Great stuff.
This guy, and if I play that card, I can have a crack at it.
Okay.
Shoot.
Save.
Shoot.
Save.
Shoot.
Save.
Shoot.
Finished playing a game of Age of Soccer, which Hannah was lucky enough to win, although I think the rest of us were robbed. It's a very interesting game, even if, like myself and Hannah, you don't particularly enjoy football. It's more a sort of a card and hand management game with elements of trading and attacking and defending against your opponent. The rules are very simple. The cards are very well illustrated, nicely laid out, clean icons on them that allow you to instantly see what you should actually be doing without having to read a massive rule book to start, which is always a positive as far as I'm concerned. The components are all very high quality, and it was a very enjoyable game. As the reigning champion of this game, Love, you got anything you'd like to say about it?
Great fun, especially when you consider how much I hate football.
And how much is the game currently?
So it's going for £25. It's available on Amazon from next week. But we're going to be at the expo as well in a couple of weeks' time. Please find us on our website www.legendexpress.net. We're also on Facebook under Age of Soccer, and you can find us on Google as well.
We'll put some links on.
And it's for £25 for the actual quality of the components that you've got inside the box. I think that's a more than a reasonable price for it. A very enjoyable game. Thanks very much, guys. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All day. Head in his hands.
Oh, I'm thinking.
Hello.
Hello, Red Dice Diaries.
It's a proper classic.
Sorry, I've got a second.
We're capturing the trademark idiot grin, are we? Yes.
Yes, that's fine, Phil.
Right, yes, here are Beer and Pretzels, which is going okay. Now we've got the beer under control. A small crisis with the foamy system not working, and now it's been changed to just sitting it on the bar and opening the tap the way it should be done. It's all fine again. So.
We did hear there were rumours of a pretzel shortage earlier. Is there any truth in that?
Well, we put out smaller bowls of pretzels so that people could come back and ask for more, which of course they did. There did look like there might be a rebellion of people. The rumour was spreading that there weren't enough pretzels. Well, we had got enough pretzels for today. We're actually going out and hunting more down for tomorrow. Got nearly as many people as the year before. Everyone's looking happy. People keep buying me beer. So the world is good.
Okay, and how long precisely have you been running Beer and Pretzels for?
Precisely 25 years, of which 23 have been at Town Hall. It's a lovely venue in so many ways. It's a beautiful building, it's nice and airy, beautiful weather today, but it's a nice big airy Victorian Hall area. It's the ideal venue.
And how often a year do you run Beer and Pretzels, and what do you run it on the same dates every year?
Yeah, it's the third weekend of May every year. It's already booked for next year, which is 16th, 17th, I think. We also do a smaller version in October, which is middle of October, at the Three Queens Hotel opposite the shop. And we use the shop as well, and it spreads over a bit into the Burton Bridge Brewery opposite. So, but that's 100 odd people that there's space for, so that's pre-booked because it's actually likely to get pretty full this year. So, but it's a nice event again. Again, people haven't been to things like this before, go along because it is relaxed. There's no big, here, come along, sign up for the big names. Here's the big tournament. We don't do it like that. You just come along, play, eat, drink, and be merry.
And how much do the tickets cost for 1 day and 2 days?
It's £6 for 1 day and £10 for 2. It's a quid cheaper in advance. May end up creeping up next year because the amazing value in this day and age. The smaller one in the autumn is £4 a day. I think I've only just done the tickets for that, so it's an advance. But it's
Plug the games library.
oh yes, the games library. Yeah, we do have 500 odd games in our games library, and so there's the opportunity to play with games that you may not have seen for donkey's years, or some of them are actually current ones. You can try out new games which you then rush down to the shop and buy afterwards. It's always a good plan.
Okay, and you've recently moved premises for the shop Spirit Games. What would you like to plug the new address that you moved to?
Yes, it's 102 High Street. So actual High Street after all these 30 years of running it. But it's not High Street as in right in the middle, so that people throw up out every Saturday night outside and have fights. It's the far end, well, nearest where most of the microbreweries are.
Splendid. Almost as though you deliberately planned it, Phil.
Yes, there was an element of that.
Okay, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us.
My pleasure.
It's 2 to 4 players.
So that was mine and Hannah's whistle-stop tour of the 25th Beer and Pretzels Games Weekend, held in Burton-on-Trent in the United Kingdom on the 17th and 18th of May 2014, run by Phil and Sal of the local gaming store Spirit Games. I'll put a link to all of this information down below so you can find it. It's a very relaxed atmosphere at the convention, very informal. It's a great start to anyone who's not really involved heavily in the convention scene. You can just turn up, borrow a game or bring a game along and play with a group of like-minded people. There's the normal board games and miniatures games, card games, and also role-playing games, although RPGs don't seem to be very heavily represented in recent years. This is something I certainly would like to see change. So I'd love to get as many of the the RPG YouTube brigade or people in the local area who are interested down there next year, either to play or hopefully to maybe run a short RPG for either 1 or 2 of the days. I'm certainly hoping to be down there for next year's event taking place on the 3rd weekend of May, and I hope to be running some form of RPG and hope to see some of you all down there. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and that if you have, you'll click on like and subscribe to the channel. We put out new videos every week. Until I see you next time, I look forward to reading your comments and what you have to say on the matter, and I'll see you next time. Take care and thanks for listening.